What's going on, beautiful people? It's your boy here, Wesley from A Connection TV here on YouTube, the one place in the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And welcome to my channel. This past October has been a very long, hard month because I was in Brazil doing some work, trying to secure the bag. Yeah, because, you know, this company I run is very expensive. And being back in November, this first week in November, I was trying to get some work done for my platform, Watch ACTV, as I'm gearing up to produce the Mr. Season 4. So there's been a lot going on. I haven't been on YouTube as frequently as I was in September. But I'm going to try to come back effectively. Like I said, there's so much going on. I'm trying to keep this company afloat. So definitely subscribe to my independent platform, watchactv.com. Follow me on social media, Instagram and Twitter at A Connection TV. Yes, appreciate all the support. Okay, I have so many ways for you to support. I have an online clothing store if you like to buy actual clothing. Okay, actvshop.com. I have my online streaming platform, watchactv.com. It also has an app, Watch ACTV. I have my YouTube. I have my social medias. But anyways, I want to talk about the Marvels. The Marvels. A lot of people are hating on this movie and some critics are liking the movie. The movie is not bad at all. There are some things that happen in the movie that make me go, why? But the movie is not bad at all. And this is going to be a quick little review, but let's get into it. Right now it's at a 6.1 out of 10 on IMDb. It's a 62% Rotten Tomato. 56% liked the movie based on Google users, and the box office currently is at a 6.6 million. That is insane because the budget for this movie is 674.8 million. Insane. But that 6.6 was the first night of previews, so I'm pretty sure it's way more than that by now. Today is only Saturday, so the numbers aren't really in. But yeah, we need to do better with that. Here's the thing with Marvel. Let me see if I can center this a little bit more. Yeah, let's do that. But before I get into the Marvel issue, everyone knows what the Marvel is about. It's the sequel to, you know, Carol Danvers, the Marvel, Captain Marvel, all these Marvels. And we saw Miss Marvel's show where she was introduced, and we saw the connection between her and Carol Danvers. We saw what Tiana Paris went through in Scarlet Witch's series. And so these characters are finally back in the movie. I like the concept of Marvel with these TV shows and transitioning into the movies. Here is what the problem is with Marvel. Before I get into the review of the Marvels, here's what the problem is. They thought that the mass majority of people wanted to see Thor Ragnarok. Thor Ragnarok was successful. Thor Ragnarok was corny, quirky, humorous, comedic. All of the ha-ha moments were in Thor Ragnarok. People loved Thor Ragnarok. I hated that movie. I hated it, okay? And so when people loved Thor Ragnarok and it did well at the box office, people hopped on the Taika Waititi fun train, humorous train. And when I say people, I mean all of the directors, all of the writers, all of the people that work at Marvel were like, yes, let's do this a lot. And so everything that came out of Thor Ragnarok or after Thor Ragnarok was a comedic bunch of crap, right? The only thing that was so humorous and so out of the box comedic at that particular time before Thor Ragnarok was Guardians of the Galaxy. And Guardians of the Galaxy fed into a niche fandom in the Marvel. I hate all of the Guardians of the Galaxies. Okay, Guardian of the Galaxy 3 is the best one. But out of that, I hate all of them. Okay, and that's just my choice, right? Why do I hate all of the Guardians of the Galaxies? Why do I not like Thor Ragnarok when a lot of people liked it because it did well at the box office? Why did it take me the season up until the season finale of Loki season 2 to care about Loki? I don't believe at all that my superheroes should be a comic joke. I don't believe it. I feel like my superhero movies should be serious. There should always be some stakes, something going on that matters, and the commentary and the actors and the script and the special graphics and all of that should be serious. One particular entity with Marvel that gets it and understands it and does it so well with a mixed blend of serious and comedy is the Spider-Man trilogy. I loved all 3 films, the last one being my fave. But all 3 films are awesome. Spider-Man is the comic in his show, right? It's not a ragtag group of Guardians of the Galaxies that are always trying to be funny, okay? It's not Thor, who's the god of thunder, always trying to be funny and humorous. Like what? Even Chris Hemsworth doesn't want to do any comedy Thors anymore. He wants it to be serious. There's a reason why. There's a reason why. Okay? So everything after Thor Ragnarok was all about comedy. You got She-Hulk, which was horrendous. Horrendous. Loki, which even in season 2 of Loki, people aren't really caring for it. You got the Marvels, who are trying to continue that comedy train. People aren't here for it. If the Marvels had a more serious undertone, and the only one that was remotely comedic was Iman Vellani, we'd be all right. We'd be all right, I believe. But, you know, where the Marvels are struggling is that they're coming off of the wave of the Marvel hate train, where Marvel is giving us fluff upon fluff upon fluff, and we're having to sift through it. Quantumania, I didn't need any comedy in that. At all. It seems like all the space movies, though, have to be comedic. Why? Can we get a serious space movie with serious threats and serious undertones? Quantumania was a flop. Why was it a flop? It was funny. It had humor in it. Why was it a flop, though? Because people don't care about these comedic aspects. They really don't. It's like y'all and y'all want to say, "Oh, I like to laugh," and da 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 da. But that's not what the mass majority of people are here for. First of all, the Marvels should have gave us. I mean, not the Marvels. Marvel should have given us an actual Avengers team by now. Where's Shang-Chi been? Shang-Chi, where's he been? Everybody loved that movie. Is She-Hulk a part of the Avengers? Is Scarlet Witch a part of the Avengers? Who is the Avengers lineup now? We're getting slowly introduced to the young Avengers, but we don't even have an Avengers team. There's so many things going on with the Marvel that led to the destruction of the Marvels, right? But I actually liked this movie. The 2 things that I don't care for about the Marvels is the singing planet and the Flurkin situation at the end. What? That was just dumb. It was just dumb to me. It was just dumb. It was just dumb. It was too funny, or trying to be too funny, and it was just dumb. If the Marvels would have had a serious undertone with serious stakes and serious acting all the way through, with Iman Vellani coming through with a couple quips and jokes, we'd be all right. We'd be all right. And if we would have known, if we would have known who is a part of the Avengers team in this, is there an Avengers team in this? We'd be all right. But here we are. Actually, I think the Marvels is okay. I think out of 10, I would give the Marvels a 7. Tiana Paris, awesome. Iman Vellani, awesome. I do not like the Carol Danvers character, though. They tried to humanize her and make her realistic in this film, But it just doesn't work for me with Brie Larson. Her power set, amazing. Her fighting ability, amazing. But Brie Larson seems so disconnected from everything else. The best that Brie Larson was ever was in Endgame and Infinity War. Like those two movies, Brie Larson was Carol Danvers. It was that serious undertone. It was that grit. It was that darkness. It was the things are at stake that I love, that everyone in the world loved. There wasn't a lot of humor in the Infinity War and Endgame sagas. There was not a lot of it. Spider-Man, sure. Iron Man, sure. A couple jokes. But Carol Danvers was serious. She wasn't wearing this ugly-looking jellyfish thing, singing and being a princess on a singing planet. We don't want the comedy. We want the serious stakes. One thing that the Marvel has going for itself, the Marvels, is the fighting. The action is dope. Visually, the movie is stunning, beautiful. It flows. It flows like a movie should flow. I think it's better than all of the Guardians 3 was so impeccably beautiful to look at, with some grave stakes. I love the animal storyline, the raccoon storyline. It was amazing to look at. Superb, mwah, chef's kiss. I just don't care for the jokes in the film. I really don't. But I would watch the Marvels 4 times before I watch any of the Guardians of the Galaxies. I would watch Marvel 20 times before I go back to Thor Ragnarok. I would watch Marvels 50 times before I go back to the She-Hulk bullcrap that they gave us. What drew me into Marvel as a whole, what started it for me, was Captain America and the Winter Soldier. What? The espionage, the serious, the stakes. It was just, it was great. Mwah. Secret Invasion, trash. Secret Invasion was trash because Samuel L. Jackson was a joke. He was a joke in that. He was crippled, old, weak, feeble. It was a joke. And then the Super Scroll that they made at the end, is she gonna be back? Is she fighting in the Kang Dynasty Wars or the, Planet Wars, whatever they're calling it? We don't know. All these shows are so disconnected, and that's a main problem for Marvel. But with the Marvels, we get some connectivity at the end and the post-credit scenes. People are talking about the CGI on the character in the post-credit scenes, and I thought it was actually beautiful. And that's another thing. Like, all of these people that don't do CGI are commenting on CGI. Like, the CGI was wonky. Well, bitch, make a better CGI movie. Like, all of these YouTube reviewers and stuff, the CGI. You don't even know what it takes to make that stuff. Like, I've not watched a bad CGI anything from Marvel. Maybe in She-Hulk. She-Hulk looked atrocious. She looks cartoony. Maybe that's the first one for me. But other than that, the Marvels looked amazing. Guardians of the Galaxy looked amazing. Thor Ragnarok looked amazing. Like, these movies look great. They look great. But anyways, Amavalani is the movie. I agree with everyone's sentiment on that. Tiana Paris is amazing. I just want to know what they're going to do with her moving forward, because her power set is dope. And I just wish she would have worn the actual garment, the sleeve dangle things that Spectrum has in the comics or Photon has in the comics. I wish they just would let her adorn that. If she would have flew with that just would have been amazing. Like, let's get to the comics. Let's get to the comics. Because even though you've gotten through this video and I've not really said much about the Marvels, I'm saying a lot about Marvel and the Marvels as a whole. The comic overpowered beings that these people are was amazing. I love the standout for the Marvels is the action. It's the action. The special effects and the action. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. When the villain had the hammer on Amal Valani's head, like, I believe that Amal Valani was scared. Like, she is a great actress. They are great actresses. I feel like When Brie Larson has to be comedic in the Captain Marvel role, it's disconnected, it's disjointed as hell for me. Oh my God. It really is. But I still give it a 7 out of 10. I like the movie. Everybody's harping on how bad the movie is. And you know, what's also interesting is that Kevin Feige has decided to diversify the entire Marvel, because everyone wants to see diversity. Diversity. When are the women going to get their play? Marvel does this. Marvel gives us this, and we don't support it. Talks of bringing back Iron Man and Captain America and the Scarlett Johansson. Why? We don't need 3 white figures to make this whole thing work. What we need is 3 prominent figures to make this whole thing work. Who is the new Iron Man, Captain America, and Black Widow? Who are they? We don't know. It's taken us 19 years to get Sam Wilson to get his own movie, and then they push it back to 2025. Who are the Avengers? We to this day still don't know, and that's the major problem. That's the major problem. And that's what they need to fix. Do not bring Captain America and Black Widow and Iron Man back. Just give us an actual Avenger team. Give us a team. I don't understand why that's so difficult for these people to understand. Anyways, let me know what y'all thought about the Marvels. It wasn't like a full review. I was kind of like mixed blending Marvel and the Marvels. You know, whatever. I give it a 7 out of 10. I think people need to support it because, you know, we're hitting a breaking point in Marvel where Feige is planning on leaving. I just feel he's going to leave in the next 5 years. And then we're just going to be giving stuff to digest. And that's problematic. They need an Avengers team. They need to stay away from making their entire movie comedic. And they need to produce quality, story-connected shows and movies. Everything needs to connect with it. Everything. For us to care. Because at this point, we're sifting through garbage. Leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. Deuces!